America First versus Make America Great Again. For most of the Donald Trump era, they have been interchangeable. If you were a Trumpist, you were both MAGA and America First. We should note both those slogans lived a long and happy life long before Trump came along. President Woodrow Wilson was the first on the national stage to evoke America First. It was a clarion call way back then to keep America out of World War I. Wilson reversed himself on that, leading to an America First revival before World War II. Same goal, keep America out. And Make America Great Again, that was Ronald Reagan's slogan in 1980. Now, sure, Trump has given galvanizing political electricity to both of these shop-worn slogans, but they have never, ever been originally his. And until recently, they have lacked definition beyond the very powerful Trump persona. But now, some Republicans, imagining a political life whenever that might be without Trump, are seeking to define differences, none more visibly than former Trump stalwart, Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Here is the Congresswoman with my colleague Leslie Stahl on 60 Minutes.
Are you MAGA?
I am America First.
And that's not the same as MAGA.
MAGA is President Trump's phrase. That's his political policies. I call myself America First.
Greene offered one list of issues where, from her POV, Trump has walked away from America First.
He passed a crypto bill that helped out all the crypto donors. He has served Israel's interest, even attacking Iran. He has served Big Pharma. He didn't take away the COVID vaccines that we want to see taken away.
That's Greene's take. It's not the same as other Republicans trying to define how America First differs from MAGA. Broadly, MAGA, according to America First detractors, is more comfortable with, maybe even cozy with, what Sarah Palin used to call crony capitalism. Also, they say it's indifferent to issues like the Epstein files, skeptical of the ongoing affordability crisis, and, generally speaking, more focused on international matters. The Trump White House would argue this is a distinction without a difference, that on trade especially, tariffs, tax cuts, military spending, reining in the federal bureaucracy, energy exploration, and even foreign policy, MAGA and America First, they would say, walk side by side. Greene is not alone, but she is one of only a handful of dissidents once aligned with Trump who now say he is no longer what he once was. For this, today, Trump called Greene a, quote, very dumb, low IQ traitor, unquote. Greene told Stahl that she dealt with death threats aplenty from the left when she backed Trump. Now, those death threats, she told Stahl, come from the right, and for her GOP colleagues are a cautionary tale.
Is there in that support fear? Does the support come about because they're afraid that they'll get death threats?
I think they're terrified to step out of line and get a nasty Truth Social post on them.
We start with Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes. This afternoon, Nancy, the president talked about a $12 billion aid package for farmers, and that sort of gets into this schism, because part of that is to alleviate things dealing on the trade stage, aid to Argentina and farmers there. So part and parcel of what the president talked about today wasn't that far from this other conversation.
Right, and we were wondering if he'd get asked as well, Major, about Marjorie Taylor Greene, because just this morning he lashed out at her online in response to that 60 Minutes interview. He likened her to a jilted lover, which gets at, I think, how close they were, not necessarily romantically, but politically, before this schism between Marjorie Taylor Greene and the president, both over policy and over the Epstein files. And she made a few notable accusations in the interview on 60 Minutes. First, she said that because of the president's comments about her, calling her repeatedly a traitor, that she had gotten death threats and that her family had too. Then she said that when she warned the president that she was getting these death threats, he responded in a, quote, extremely unkind, unquote, manner, though she didn't elaborate. And then finally, she raised the concerns that you just talked about, which is that there are other Republicans in Congress who have shared behind closed doors that they feel feel the same way she does, but that they are afraid to express those differences with the president publicly because they're worried that they will be his next target of a nasty Truth Social post.
And on this aid package to farmers, what did the president or the administration say is in it, and when is it going to be available?
They said that it's $11 billion for starters coming from tariff revenue that will go to eligible farmers of row crops, farmers who have been affected by the trade wars with China and other countries, who have both seen orders dry up, as China, for example, cut off this year orders of U.S. soybeans, but have also seen the prices of some of their inputs rise as a result of these new tariffs. And so these payments, and they say that farmers will know by the end of this month how much money they're getting, and that those payments will go out by the end of February in order to provide them with a bridge so that they can place orders for the next harvest season, at which time, the president insisted today, their fortunes will be a lot better than they were this year.
Nancy Cordes, North Lawn of the White House, thank you so very much.